In the latest in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, one person was killed and 3 were injured after Ukrainian drones attacked the Russian town of Gravoron in the Belgorod region on Sunday. Ukraine also launched several drones overnight targeting Russia's western region of Bryansk and other regions. However, no damage was reported in the attacks. At least 30 drones were destroyed over Bryansk, which borders Ukraine, the governor of the region, Alexander Bogomils, said on the Telegram messaging app. Russia's air defense system also destroyed drones over Smolensk region, Vasily Anokhin, governor of the region in Russia's west, said. Russia-guided bombs struck an apartment building in Ukraine's second-largest city of Kharkiv on Saturday, killing at least 3 people and injuring 29. Now, this incident has prompted President Zelensky to call for more help from Kyiv's allies. Mayor Ihor Terikov said that there had been 4 strikes and residents had to run to safety from the site of the destroyed apartment block on hearing explosions after the initial strike. Kharkiv lies about 30 kilometers from the border with Russia. The city of about 1.3 million people has frequently been targeted in Russian attacks during nearly 28 months of war. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Saturday that Russia had deployed more than 2,400 guided bombs in Ukraine this month, with about 700 used on Kharkiv. Speaking in his nightly video address, Zelensky also called on Ukraine's Western allies to deliver promised military aid packages without delay. Russian guided bombs shattered an apartment building in Kharkiv on Saturday, killing 3 people and prompting Zelensky to call for more help to deal with the growing threat of such weapons.
Just since the beginning of this June, Russians have used more than 2,400 guided aerial bombs on Ukraine, including about 700 on the Kharkiv region, on our positions, on our cities and communities in the Kharkiv region. Russian strikes are also carried out in the Donetsk region and our other frontline and border regions daily. Ukraine needs the necessary forces and means to destroy the carriers of these guided aerial bombs, including Russian combat aviation, wherever it is. The step is needed. I am grateful to all partners, grateful to America for the strong decisions that helps us stabilize the situation in the Kharkiv region's border area. We gained the ability to destroy Russian missile launchers near the border and concentrations of Russian occupiers.
All right, DD India's Dasha Charnishev joins us live from Moscow. Dasha, with the war lingering on for close to 28 months now and both the sides refusing to budge, do we really see any conclusion to the war anytime soon?
Well, certainly at this moment, we understand both sides rely on the military power, on the military might in order to ensure the outcomes of what Russia has described as a special military operation in Ukraine. We've heard that the Ukrainian drone attacks against the targets inside Russia have intensified over the course over the past months. And now this summer, we are seeing more and more of those drone attacks. And most recently, we've heard that at least 2 civilians died in Russia's Sevastopol, that is in the Crimea. One of them is a 2-year-old child, and the death toll is certainly from those drone strikes is a constant reminder that the operation is ongoing and that Russia needs to protect its airspace from the threats coming from the Ukrainian side. That's the understanding here in Russia. The Russian Foreign Ministry most recently also issued a statement saying that Russia will take all the necessary measures to deprive the authorities in Kiev of the opportunity to deliver strikes on the energy facilities in Russia. That's according to Maria Zakharova, the spokesperson for the Russian Foreign Ministry, when she was commenting on the Ukrainian attacks against the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. So it doesn't seem to be the case that either of the sides is willing to back down and to start the negotiating process, even though Russia has said that it is willing to get back to the negotiating table. But again, provided that the Ukrainian troops withdraw from the 4 regions that Russia now claims as its own. The Ukrainian side has said that it is not going to happen. happen, because they say they will fight until they actually get the Russian troops out from those regions. So the prospect for this conflict so far seems to be only the escalation on the battlefield, with both sides fighting as long as they have the weapons.
All right, Dasha, do we also know of any international response to President Zelensky's call for more help from the Ukrainian allies?
Well, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky calling for more military aid is also the routine that is necessary for Ukraine, which is seen in Russia as a sort of begging, as the Russian officials describe that. So it does seem to be that the Ukrainian side constantly asks for weapons, and Russia constantly says that those weapons will be destroyed on the battlefield. That's why we are hearing the Russian Ministry of Defense constantly saying that they carry out the group strikes with high-precision long-range weapons against the positions where the newly arriving Western weapons that should be heading to the front lines is being destroyed with the Russian missiles. Most recently, Russian President Vladimir Putin has said that Russia can rely only on its own military equipment. Again, a reminder that Russia is going to increase the output of the military equipment, something that Ukraine cannot afford by only asking the international support.
All right, Dasha, thank you for joining in with those details. We leave it here.